Matt rode off on his bike while I was still walking to my vehicle. I didn't see him or speak to him. He was a good 7,500 feet away from me. And then that LSUS cop was out front. When I drove around to Millicent Way, there wasn't anybody out there. But then, let's see where this car goes. That Kansas truck. Yep, it was waiting for me. See, it just drove all the way to the end of Alexander with that heavy-set black female driving it. I have no idea who that is, but I could tell. It was just idling there waiting for me to get home. She was holding a cell phone up to her right ear. I could follow her. She was down there idling all the way. Yep. I won't be able to. I've tried to do this as I see these cars that'll do this to me when I'm coming and going. See how far she was away from our house. If I turned into my driveway, I never would even seen her face. She was holding the phone up to her ear, faking a warrant delivery. There's no way I can catch her. See, she's already gone. Not even at the end of the street. She wasn't waiting for me. She was waiting to falsify telephone contact and falsify evidence that she issued a warrant to me or invited me to testify. Or I got my consent to a search. They're using a telephone to do it, a cell phone. There's nothing I can do in a situation like this. It's nothing but falsifying testimony. Every bit of it. Because I won't suck the dick of some jackass with a badge who I don't even know and have never met. She's gone like the wind. I have no idea who she is. I've gone as far as when people do this to me as going to the police station and trying to drive around the police station and tell who it is. But the problem is that the police have a garage, multi-floor garage at the police station, and you can't go in there. They got cameras everywhere. I'm wearing my Circle K uniform. And that's what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be, oh, gee, you're invited. You could have gone, see. No, that person, where was that car? That SUV? Or that was a twin cab tan truck. Where was it? At the other end of the street. People do this to me and my son. They stick to us like flies on shit. And these informants get put up to doing this stuff, like my coworkers and stuff. And you know, it turns into, let's get the bitch. Everybody wants to play tag team. None of them know me. None of them know my son. Most of them have never even worked with me. You know, I've never worked with Lulu. The only way for me to do anything about it would be for me to install my own surveillance equipment and hide it. I love my son. It scares the shit out of me. If somebody's basically taking jobs from me and made it impossible for me to survive, you know. I've never done drugs a day in my life. I film my pee. I film myself when I go to the bathroom, so you can tell it's me peeing. When you look in the toilet and you see light yellow, clear, sparkling urine, I'm not using drugs. I'm not drinking, because people that drink and people who do drugs have urine that's dark colored. See how she took off like a bat out of hell? I couldn't even turn around before she would turn, you know. Whoever that woman was, I don't know her. I've gone down to the police station after I've gone through stuff like this. They're going to say that they don't respond to people who can intelligently stand up to them and make their case. You know, no, that's not what it is. I stated plainly, somebody's investigating me and my son. I want to know who it is. I want the officer's name, and I want the badge number. That's very specific, isn't it? I don't think you can speak more plainly than that, can you? I said it to them over and over again. These cops that these informants will call the cops on me and try to say I'm doing drugs and stuff. They come out and investigate. They never find any evidence of what they're saying. It's always lies. It's nothing but defamation, because these informants get all keyed up and riled up to sit back and say all this. And they're saying it, but there's no truth to it. So what's next? They want the cops to step in and say that it's true. Well, guess what? There's no evidence to prove it. I'm not saying it's the whole police department. It may not even be the Shreveport Police Department. But I know what I see, and I mean it. I have to post these videos on YouTube. I don't even have time to do Facebook updates. I've chased cars that do that kind of stuff to me and Jake. I don't know. I can't ever catch up with them. They take off like bats out of hell, just like that tan pickup did. So I'm going to come over here and buy a couple of sausage biscuits for me and Jake to have for breakfast. That's it. When you're just relying on what people say, and you're just relying on what somebody says they heard on a cell phone, or what somebody says, and this is that and that and that. And, you know, the only place you can do stuff like that and even present it as evidence is in juvenile court. Not the best choice, Mr. Dodge Neon. Don't, move or anything just because I'm sitting here. There's no telling what that was.